Hello my darlings, welcome back to my channel. Today it's a surprise due to your demand, your popular demand. We are back to flight attendant topic. I get lots of questions from you in regards to flight attendant job, in regards to flight attendant lifestyle, in regards to how it's like to be a flight attendant. For those of you who are new here, I've been flight attendant for Etihad Airways for 4 years. And I also have a playlist with lots of questions already answered. So if you haven't seen those previous videos yet, go and have a look at my playlist. Lots of questions are already there. And if you haven't done that yet, please don't forget to subscribe so we can expand our family of flight enthusiasts, travel enthusiasts, flight attendant life enthusiasts, and grow this community where you can all benefit from my flight attendant experience. So yes, subscribe to my channel, and without further ado, let's get straight into this video, which will be a continuation of my previous flight attendant question related series. Today, as you already know from the title, the question is what happens if flight attendant gets sick. But it's not like getting sick in the flight. That happens all the time. We have no control over it. Everyone can get sick, even the toughest, the healthiest, the most taking care of themselves people can get sick during 16 hours duty, during long flight, during ultra long haul flight. There is a sleep deprivation, there is a weather change, there are cabin conditions, we are surrounded with people who also can carry some viruses. There are lots of risk factors that you can get sick during the flight. However, today's question is not what happens if you get sick or injured during duty. Today's question is a little bit different. That's why it prompted me to make this video, because surprisingly this is not the first time I hear this question. So let me read the question to you properly. The question goes: Hi Alicia, I wanted to ask, do you get sick, nauseous when flying sometimes? Because I really want to apply for flight attendant job, and the biggest issue for me is that I get nauseous from driving with bus or car, and when the turbulence with plane too. What happens if a flight attendant feels nauseous or vomit during the flight? No one speaks about this so far on YouTube. Well, first of all, to answer your questions, I don't have this issue. I don't have any sickness issue related due to any means of transport. And before I answer the rest of the question, let me tell you that I am very sorry for you, because I know that it can be very frustrating. Any condition that we have which is out of our control is so frustrating, and that there's little we can do about it. And also I can imagine that it affects the quality of your life. So I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully it will change with time. Now, to answer your question, I strongly believe that the question should not be what happens if flight attendant gets sick in the flight, going in the flight, knowing that you're gonna get nauseous. The question in your case should be, why do you want to do it to yourself? And let me explain you. There are lots of factors why I think you should not apply for this job. And before you get upset or angry or discouraged, hear me out, please, because this is very important. I understand that you really want it so badly. We all have some health limitations. We all have not necessarily health limitations, but all sorts of limitations. For example, I will never be Olympic swimmer, although I wanted to be when I was a child. I will never be Olympic swimmer because my physical abilities will never allow me. My point is, knowing that you're gonna get sick in the flight, why do you wanna do it to yourself? If you already feel sick as a passenger, you're gonna get sick as a crew 3 times more, because you are actually expected to work on that flight and do lots of duties, lots of physical activities, and display lots of endurance. So you can't allow yourself to go on that duty being sick. And if you know yourself enough already that that's how your body will react, why would you do that to yourself, choosing a job which will cause you to suffer? And second reason, even more important, it's not only about yourself. You must not forget that being flight attendant, first of all, you have a duty to serve to other people and care for other people. You have a duty of care. So let me reverse the question. Instead of what happens if flight attendant gets sick in the flight, knowingly that she's gonna get sick, yeah, because that's your condition. Do you think it's fair on the passengers to go on the flight 40,000 feet in the air where lots of things can happen? Do you think it's fair on those passengers to go to work unfit to fly? Do you think it's fair on your colleagues to go to work unfit to fly? Because as a legal requirement, at least in my job as a flight attendant in Etihad, you have to state whether you are fit to fly before a flight. You have to be fit for duty. So if you already know that that flying will trigger the condition that makes you feel nauseous or vomiting, and you say you are fit to fly, you are giving a false statement basically, and you are becoming a safety risk and safety hazard not only for passengers but for the whole crew as well. So now imagine the situation: you are in the ultra long haul flight, you get sick, there is one crew less. Each crew is there for a reason. Each crew has a duty, each crew has a service, each crew is there to operate the door in case of emergency. If you are unfit, you are not able to perform your duties. You are not able to attend to other passengers when they need you. What happens now? You get sick, nauseous, vomiting. Now you're not only not helping other people, not doing your duties, someone else has to do your job for you. So this other crew has to work double. And the crew is now not taking care of the rest of passengers, but now someone has to be taking care of you. So having that said, we all have to acknowledge the fact that we are all adults and this is a job, and we have to be responsible for ourselves and for others as well. And at the end of the day, you have to remember that your paramount duty as a flight attendant doing your job is to provide other people's safety. How can you provide other people's safety if you are unwell? And I know that you all want this job so badly because you want to travel, you want to experience glamorous life, you want to enjoy life, and that's perfect, that's amazing. That is what this job will give you and provide to you. But you must not forget that you are also a responsible adult who is being paid to provide what employee is expecting of them. You have to show up for work healthy, fit to fly, ready to operate ultra long haul flight, not being burdened to the other fellow crew, because it's enough work to keep everybody's hands full. So yeah, having that said, applying for the job, keep in mind not only what you want from the job, but also keep in mind what you can give to the job. If you know already that you are getting sick as a passenger, you're gonna get sick as a crew, and you are unfortunately not being able to provide the service that is required of you in that job. Now also I want to say at the end that I don't want to crush anybody's dreams. Maybe there are some medications that can help you with that, maybe you can still overcome it. I'm just strictly answering the question that has been asked to me, and I'm answering it from the professional perspective and the professional point of view of someone who is respecting the job, respecting the job requirements, the job responsibilities, as well as other people like my colleagues, passengers, and yourself. Why would you do that to yourself if you know you're gonna get sick? I think I said that already 5 times, but I'm just repeating because for me, it's quite obvious. We all have some limitations. We all have some things that hold us back from doing certain stuff. And the best sometimes is not to do them. And I know that probably for lots of you, it's like you want it so badly, and then it sounds so disappointing what I'm saying, probably. Maybe that's not what you wanted to hear. And it sounds like someone is crushing your attempts. Sometimes what might have happened in the future is that you will go for it anyway, regardless of what I say. Good for you. You should try. You should make your own decisions. And then what we already discussed will follow. And maybe you will not feel good in that job. And maybe you will decide by yourself that this is not the best choice for you. Let me give you an example. I spent 5 years at the university studying and doing master degree because in the past my biggest dream in life was to work in the bank. I thought this would be amazing for me, it would be great. It's such a reputable, stable job, respected, and you know, you have to be so smart to do it because I was working in the mortgage department. So, you know, I was excited. I spent there 4 years. It was definitely not for me. I regret this wasted time. I don't regret, but this is not something I would do again, knowing what I know right now. Sometimes we think something is all we ever wanted, and then we are so disappointed that we didn't do it. But, you know, other better things unfolds for us. This is the story of my life, at least. Sometimes you even go and try it for yourself, and then you see it wasn't for me, like I did with the bank. It took me 4 years to establish a career change and shift for me, but that was the best decision in my life, and I'm glad I did go and try. I'm glad I did go and see it's not for me, and now I have no regrets. So sometimes life verifies what we want as well. But that's story for another video, because you know I have a lot to say about this type of topic. So yeah, to answer your question at the end, I don't think it's a good idea to apply for a job if you have this condition, because first of all you will be a burden for your colleagues, you will not be able to do your job, and you will be hurting yourself and you will be feeling unwell. So what's the joy? What's the joy of the job? So that is my personal opinion. Of course, everyone is entitled to do what they want to do with their life. So hopefully that answers your question. If you have more flight attendant related questions, let me know. I also will post, probably it's going to be up by the time this video is up, the community post asking you to ask me some flight attendant related questions. So if you haven't seen this post by now and you see this video and you want to know more about flight attendant related topic, let me know under this post or under this video in the comment section below what is your question, and I will get back to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye.